What's going on, guys? Heath Shangles here, Freedom Marketer, bringing you another video. I am a serial entrepreneur, business owner, and here to help you quit your 9-to-5 job, start that business of your dreams, or if you already have a business, take that business to the next level, okay? So with that being said, let's get into the content here, okay? And you guys are gonna love this. I'm gonna break down exactly how something called compound interest works, okay? If you do this, disclaimer, I'm not allowed to say that you'll just go and be a millionaire, but I tell you this, everybody else makes a lot of money with this that's done it and does it to this day. It's really, a lot of people have heard of this, but at the same time, it's one of the best kept secrets there is. Compound interest, how it can make you a lot of money if it's done correctly and you understand it, okay? Because if you understand it, then you'll be able to do this the right way, okay? This is something that Einstein called the eighth wonder of the world, okay? And as we all know, Einstein was a fairly smart dude, okay? So let me tell you this story about a man named Theodore Johnson, all right? Theodore Johnson, he is a man who years ago worked for UPS, right? And he started off there as a driver, and he put 20% of his paycheck every week into this compound interest account, right? And this is like stocks and stuff, right? Like the stock market. And I'm going to show you where to put money if you want to do this, okay? I'm going to show you exactly where to go, the exact website, and I'm going to put a link in the description if you guys want to actually do this, okay? I do it, okay? So Theodore Johnson put 20% of his paycheck into this every week, right? And he never made, this was years ago, right? He never made more than $14,000 a year, all right? This man put 20%, whatever that factors out to be, not much a week. He put 20% of that in, ended up with $78 million at the end, like at his retirement, okay? That's insane, okay? So if I were you, I would want to know exactly how this works, right? And let me just tell you this, from the get-go, the most powerful thing about this and how this works, where it gets its power from, is the fact that it's time. Like, time is the most powerful thing here, okay? So it's not something you want to put off for 10, 15, 20 years or however long and then come into it and say, well, man, I'd like to do this. You know, start early, because time is the powerful key here, okay? Let me tell you a story I've got here for you on, besides the UPS guy, on how this works, okay? These two brothers named Ben and Arthur, right? They both put in $2,000 a year into this account, okay? But Ben starts off first when he's 19 years old, okay? He puts in $2,000 a year from age 19 through 26, okay? And he ends up with, what is it? He puts in $16,000 himself total and ends up with $2.3 million, okay? So $2K a year from age 19 to 26, ends up putting in 16K is what that is, $2.3 million. His brother Arthur, at 26, 27 years old, they're the same age. At 26, 27 years old right there, he sees Ben making this money, and he's like, ooh, I want to go do this, right? Okay, because I see my brother making money. So he starts at 27. Where Ben stopped, Arthur started, okay? He starts putting in $2,000 a year from there forward, okay? From age 27 to 65, he puts in this money, $2,000 a year, ends up with $1.5 million, and put in a total of $78,000, okay? So if you have to listen to this again, listen to it again. But $2,000 a year, one of them started earlier, one of them started later, and one of them ends up with putting in $16,000, ends up with $2.3 million. One of them puts in $78,000, ends up with $1.5 million. Okay, so what is that? Like 0.8 million? Yeah, 0.8 million. So $800,000 difference. The brother who only put money in from age 19 to 26 ended up with $800,000 more dollars, nearly $1 million more money. And his brother puts in money from age 27 to 65. So that's 37, 47, 57. You do the math, 30 something years He put in money where the other brother put in only 7 years and still ended up with more money. So that's why I tell you, and I started this video talking about time. Time's so important here, okay? So let's get into what compound interest is and all that, and how exactly this works, okay? You know, I've had to write some of this stuff down so I can get this right for you guys, okay? Let's get into what an index fund is. I wrote down the textbook definition here. An index fund is a mutual fund or exchange traded fund designed to follow certain preset rules so that the fund can track a specified basket of underlying investments. Now, I know you're like, okay, what in the HELL does that mean? Here's my definition. A group of stocks like the S&P 500 that if one of them does bad, they remove it, right? The S&P 500 is a group of 500 stocks, okay? Some of you guys may know more about the stock market than I do. I just know this part of this. I know a few things about it, but I know this part of it really well, okay? S&P 500 is 500 stocks, and it's just like the Vanguard 500, which we're going to talk about later. If one of them starts performing really bad, like underperforming for whatever reason, like that company is going bankrupt or just not having a good year, they'll remove it from the index fund, right? So you're looking at, in the S&P 500 or the Vanguard, a bunch of stocks that they're always doing good, okay? So you want to make sure that you're putting your money into these index funds, and I'm just explaining what that is, okay? Here's how this thing works. Take $1,000 to the bank and you leave it there, okay? And you don't touch it. This is what you need to do. You don't touch it, you leave it alone. Come back the next year, that $1,000 will have gained interest, okay? Then you come back the next year and that $1,000 will have gained interest, and on the interest, like put the $1,000 in, the next year it's gained interest, all right? The next year it gains interest on the interest that it gained. And then the next year it gains interest on the interest on the interest. And then it just keeps doing it, like it multiplies one more time every year. That interest multiplies itself until you have got a snowball. Like the snowball theory is where you roll a snowball up the mountain, a mountain like this with a sharp peak, right? It's hard as crap to push this thing up the mountain, right? And once you hit that peak though, it just gains speed and it rolls on its own really, really fast. Okay, that's what compound interest does. It's really, really hard to begin with to get it going up the mountain, but once you get it there and it goes over the peak, this thing goes out of control. This interest starts multiplying itself so many times, like so fast. If you start at a young age, I just made you a millionaire. If you start at 18 years old, I just made you a millionaire. You know, technically, they're right when they say that you shouldn't be able to graduate high school or college without knowing this formula and what I just told you. However, not to diss the government or say bad things about our federal government, but I don't think that they really, really, really care about your education or my education or our children's education and when they're going through school, you know, and they are the ones that control the curriculum. So do you think that they care? Because if they did, they would put this in there, I promise you. Because this makes it to where anybody who is a blue-collar guy or gal, anybody who works a job, just a job, anywhere, I don't care if you don't even make really good money at your job, you can take this and you can go and become a millionaire or a multi-millionaire just by working your job your entire life. Now, this is not a fast way to get rich or become a millionaire, depends on what you call rich, but it's a way. It's just another way to do it. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, I would do this, okay? Even if you are an entrepreneur or you want to start a business, I would, because I'm all of the mindset of let's don't wait. Let's make a bunch of money now. Let's become successful now. The more we make, the more we can give, the more we can help people, and the more freedom we're buying ourselves. You know, that's what this whole thing does. It is buying us more freedom. I mean, for me, that's what I was looking for. That was my why, was to spend more time with my daughter and to get out here and have some freedom in my life, you know, and not be just living at my job every day. You know what I mean? Okay, so guys, I'm going to give you the actual website that you go to get into this if you want to do it. Okay, hold on. Before I do that, this book here is called Tony Robbins' Money Master the Game. Okay? Hopefully you guys can see that. Tony Robbins' Money Master the Game. I'm going to give you a bone here, okay? And you're going to be thankful for this if you stuck in on this video for this long, okay? There are rewards for watching till the end of the video, okay? Okay, so I'm going to take pictures of this and put it at the end of the video, all right? So that you can see it a lot better. But this is like a little pie chart, little pie graph. Let me just tell you what it says and what it is. 7.5% gold, 7.5% commodities, 30% stocks, 15% intermediate bonds, US bonds, 40% long-term US bonds. This book, Tony Robbins, if you don't know, he's a madman, smart person, and he went around to the most outstanding investors that this world has ever seen. I kid you not. The top dogs of the world right now living, who have made so much money that they will not take your money anymore. Like one of the guys, Ray Dalio, look him up, the guy who put this graph in here. This is where he's telling you how to put your money into stocks. Okay, and the compound interest thing works like this, okay? He's telling you put 7.5% into gold and 7.5% into commodities, 40% long-term US bonds, 15% intermediate US bonds, 30% regular stocks. He's telling you to do this so that you can take advantage of compound interest, yes, but not only that, he has tested this. He has tested this all the way back. Tony Robbins and his team did, and worked with Ray Dalio on this thing. There's a chart right here. 2 different charts, 3 different charts, showing you, like I said, I will take pictures of this and put it at the end of the video, okay? And I'm gonna put a link to the website where you go and invest if you want to, okay? And I'm not an affiliate with Vanguard.com. I'm not making any money off of this. I'm just showing you something, like I said, throwing you a bone here, okay? This is what we like to call a golden nugget, if you actually take action on it. He shows here, they tested this, the way I'm talking about investing by that chart, 75 years back, and then sent all the way to 1935, 1928, and they show how it's called the All Seasons Fund. They show how the All Seasons Fund literally is the only way you can invest money with scientific factual data that says you're not going to lose money. And the reason why I said you leave that money alone when you put it in here for the compound interest thing, you never touch it, ever. Just leave it alone. Don't even watch it. Don't even look at it. If you'll leave it in there and leave it alone, even if one year you do lose money, and I promise you it won't be much, if you'll leave it alone, the next year it will gain it back and some. I promise you. Don't take my word for it. Just look at these. Whenever I put the picture at the end of the video, just look at the charts. It will show you how they tested it back years and years and years, all the way back to 1928, which is coming up on what is that, 92 years, nearly 93 years ago. They tested this thing and showed that there's no better way to invest. Ray Dalio, the greatest investor of our time, this is how he invests. And Tony Robbins had to beg him for this formula on how he invests and how he does such a great job managing everybody else's money. See, he managed a bunch, what is it you call it? All the mutual funds of other people. What is it, a hedge fund? He managed all these hedge funds, right? Like rich people would bring him their money and he would manage it for them and invest it for them because they trusted him and his team and his business and all that, his company, okay? This is the formula, okay? I just hooked you up if you didn't know, all right? Guys, I'll take a picture of this book too. All that into the video, very end, stay till the end. Investor.vanguard.com. That is for the Vanguard 500 Index Fund. And I would do that. If you're looking for exactly where to put money, a trusted, reliable source, I would do the Vanguard. Even Tony Robbins says Vanguard. The reason why, what makes them unique is they've been around for a while, for one. They started quite a few years back. They're a trusted source among the investor community, and their low cost of their index funds is the lowest in the industry at 0.11%. Like, they're the lowest in the industry. The cost to buy into this thing, to invest in this, is very, 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 very little. Okay, no better place to go, no more reliable place and cheaper place to put your money to take advantage of this compound interest thing. Okay, that once again, this website is investor.vanguard.com. Okay, that's the Vanguard 500 Index Fund. All right, guys, I hope that you've gotten some value out of this. I hope that you listened. I hope that you watched till the end. Like I said, there's value in my videos if you watch to the end. Sometimes I don't always get to the point as quick as I'd like to, but there's a lot of information to roll out here sometimes, okay, so that you get the full picture. So, hope you got some value. Guys, thank you for watching. Special thanks to my subscribers. And if you're new to this channel, smash that like button, smash the subscribe button, and hit the little bell icon so that you're notified every time I upload another video. Got great stuff coming out here all the time. You're going to want to see it. If you'll hit the little subscribe and the bell icon, it'll notify you every single time, instantly, as soon as I upload another one, okay? So you'll be right there. You don't want to miss some of this stuff, guys. This is life-changing, groundbreaking stuff. I'm taking years and years of research and education and learning and putting it into these videos, saving you years and years and years and hours of heartache and pain of having to search and find this stuff in order to either start your own business, grow your business to the next level, or become an investor. Just become an entrepreneur, man. Like I always say, find out your why. That's what we're doing this for, is to get our why, which is spend time with our kids, that time freedom, whatever it is that you really, really want to do in life. If it's just help a bunch of people, hey, I'm all for it, and this channel will help you do that, okay? Hopefully, you'll take some action on everything I've said here. All right, guys, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Love each and every one of you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.